Today, there are dozens of vibe coding platforms out there in the market. They all promise to help you build your website and application faster with AI. Their demos are impressive, their marketing is convincing, but when people start using them, they face a different reality. Some of them generate only front-end code for you. Some other generate front-end code but with a very limited back-end functionalities. Some of them does not provide the proper infrastructure for your project deployment, and the majority of them are not really designed for a production-ready product. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 core capabilities that separate a real platform from the noise. If you could find a platform with those 6 core capabilities, you can go ahead with that. Otherwise, never waste your time and money, because the wrong choice will cost you months of rebuilding, thousands invested credits, and severe limitation exactly when your project starts to grow. So without taking too much time, let me show you what are those 6 core features and capabilities. First, true multi-platform support. I would like to start this section by asking this question. Does the platform truly support both web and mobile development? Most of the existing platforms in the market are in one of these 2 categories. First, there are some platforms which are not initially designed to support both web and mobile development together. They are only focused either in mobile development or in web development. For example, in this platform, I can create website and web application, but if I want to create a mobile application, it is not capable. Or in this platform, I can create mobile application, but if I want to create a web application, I cannot do that. Both of these kind of platforms are not reliable in the long term. Why? Let me give you a real-world example. Assume you have created your website or your web application with this platform, and tomorrow you need to expand your existing project to have a mobile application of your product as well. So with this kind of platform, you cannot do that. Or the inverse, you have created your mobile application and now you want to have a web version of your product, so you cannot do that. So that's why you need to hire a developer, you need to invest a significant amount of time and money in order to manually build and expand your project. So it's going to be a severe problem for your business. The second category of the platforms are those platforms who claim that they are capable to build both web and mobile applications. But here is the point. They can create both web and mobile applications, but separately. It means they are not capable to build both web and mobile application on a single shared backend and database. For example, in this platform, I have created a web application, and now I want to expand it to have a mobile version of this application as well. But I cannot do that. Or I have created a mobile application here, and I want to expand to have a web version of this application as well, but I cannot do that. So this kind of platforms are also not reliable in the long term. Why? Because you cannot expand your existing project and you need to hire a developer, invest a significant amount of time and money in order to manually expand that. So a real platform should be capable to first build both web and mobile applications. Second, it should be capable to expand an existing project to another platform. For example, in this platform, I have created a web application. And now I want to expand it to have a mobile version of this application as well. I can easily do that. Or the inverse, I have created a mobile application and now I want to create a web version of this application. I can easily do that. So this is a real platform. Second, complete software architecture. Does the platform create a complete software architecture for your project, or no, just some isolated code snippets? Most of the existing platforms in the market, they generate static frontends, or some of them generate frontends with a very limited and managed backend and database, without any visibility, transparency, and flexibility. For example, here in this platform, I have created a web application, and if I check the code base, I see only the code base for the front end. So there is no backend. So tomorrow, if you want to scale your project, you cannot do that. A real platform should create a complete architecture for your project. Complete codes for front end of your web application using an SEO-friendly and fast web technology. Complete codes for your mobile application using a native performance technology. Complete codes for the backend of your project using a robust backend technology, and also a complete database using a powerful and modern database technology. For example, in this platform, I have created an enterprise level application, and as you can see here, I have the codes for my front end, I have the codes for my mobile application, I have the codes for my backend, as well as a powerful and complete database here. Third, deployment flexibility. Does the platform offer flexible and customizable deployment options for deploying and publishing your project? Most of the existing platforms in the market offer only a single-click publish button for deploying or publishing your project. There is no control, no customization, and no flexibility. And even you don't know where your application and your data is hosted in. For example, here in this platform, I have created my web application, and now when I want to deploy or publish my project, there is no customization option. So, a real platform should offer flexible and customizable deployment options tailored to your business needs. For example, here in this platform, I have created my web application, and now if I want to publish or deploy that, so as you can see here, there is a list of different options. For example, the starter option deploys my project in a shared server, which is convenient for starting. The second one is the Pro option. As you can see here, I can customize the amount of the resource which I need, the amount of CPU, RAM, storage, or even if I want to add GPU or TPU based on my need, I can do that. And most importantly, as you can see here, I can even choose or specify the region where I want to deploy my project in, which is very important for GDPR compliance. And the third one is the enterprise option, which creates a scalable infrastructure for my project. So it automatically scale up or scale down based on the workload on my project. Fourth, cost efficiency. Is the platform really cost efficient as your project grows? When you are building an application using a vibe coding platform, for any changes that you make, it will cost you some credits. So that's why it is very important to choose the right platform at the very beginning. For example, here in this platform, I have an application and I want to add a login and sign up feature. As you can see, it cost me 1.7 credits. If I do the same thing in another platform, for example, in this platform, as you can see, it cost me just 0.4 credits. So it is a significant difference. Therefore, a real platform should be fundamentally designed to be cost efficient at its core. Fifth, secure file management. Does the platform handle file storage in a secure and scalable way? Most of the existing platform stores the file inside the code base. It is like parking your car inside the living room. For example, here in this platform, I have created a web application, and now if I upload a file inside my application, as you can see, it is stored inside the code base, which is clunky, and it slows down the deployment, and also it opens security risks. A real platform should offer a secure and scalable file system to store and manage files in your projects. For example, here as you can see in this platform, I have created a web application, and now if I upload a file inside my project, as you can see, it is not kept inside the code base, Instead, it has stored in a secure and scalable file system. Sixth, unlimited integrations. Does the platform let you integrate any third-party service you need? Most of the existing platforms support only a list of pre-built connectors, which allows your application to be connected with those specific third-party services. If you want to connect your application with a third-party service which is not in that list, so you are stuck. For example, here in this application, I have created a web application and now I want to connect it with PayPal for handling payments. So if I ask it, it cannot do that. Therefore, a real platform should be always open to any kind of integration of any third-party service, whether it could be an SDK or a third-party API or anything else. For example, here in this platform, I ask the same thing, like integration of the PayPal with my application for handling payment. It can easily handle that. And most importantly, if you click on this button, it will guide you step by step to the right place to find all those required information in order to connect this third-party service with your application. As you can see, it is very helpful for non-technical users. So, these are 6 capabilities that a real platform must have them. Therefore, before choosing a platform, always ask those 6 questions which I mentioned in this video. At the end, I would like to recommend CraftApp for you, which is built on these 6 principles. It supports web and mobile together on a shared backend and database. It creates a complete architecture, Next.js for web with server-side rendering and built-in SEO, React Native for mobile with native performance, Fast API for high-performance backend and APIs, and PostgreSQL for enterprise-grade database. It gives you 3 deployment options, from a free shared server to fully customizable resource with region selection for GDPR and AI workloads, to auto-scaling enterprise infrastructure. It is significantly cost-efficient by its nature, and it provides a secure and scalable file system for your projects. And also, it is open to any kind of third-party integrations. Plus, VVAC, the AI copilot, which helps anyone to connect their application to any kind of third-party services. CraftApp, the AI that helps you build software that is fast, profitable, and reliable as you grow.